Welcome to my first ever painting video. In this video, I'm just going to go over a brief explanation as to how I did this painting. I'm using a wet on wet technique, or alla prima, for this. It's where the canvas is coated with a liquid medium, and then you apply the paint and you mix the paint on the canvas. And the paint that I'm using is a water-soluble oil paint. It's the first time I am using this type of paint. Traditionally I painted with normal oil paints, and got rid of all those a while back, and I picked up these water-soluble ones. I just didn't want to deal with turpentine and different chemicals you use to clean the paint, your brushes and everything. So I picked up this water-soluble oil paints to do these with these new techniques. So, and if it sounds like I am crap at doing this voiceover stuff, that's fine. Just go ahead and turn the volume down. You can watch a speed shot of me painting this painting. The painting I'm doing is just a simple desert scene, and just trying to play with different ideas in my mind to create this scene. Had no real idea where this painting was going at this point. So I'm using a lot of earthy tones and trying to create these mesa type landscape fixtures. So to start off, to create the mesas, was using a palette knife to just outline where the mesas were going to be, and then used my big 2-inch brush there to pull the paint out, and then the fan brush to add in some foliage along the hillside there. So I decided that why not just put another mesa in the foreground, and this one will be a little bit closer, so I'm going to go with a little darker paint for that as I sit here and mix. So what I'm doing down below, as you can see, is I was using my palette knife to mix in some darker colors, and then bring those colors up to the canvas and apply them. Now I know what you're thinking. I ruined this painting, and yeah, it's not my best work that I've ever done, but it's better than some other paintings that I've done. I'm just so glad that I don't make a living out of doing this. So there's taking the 2-inch brush, just tapping the base of that little cliffside there to give it kind of a dull it down a bit, and then using some green paint to create some foliage, and then along the top of the line, or top of the mesa there, just doing that same green color just to give an indication of something growing up on the hillside there. So using the same technique as I did on the other mesa to do the foliage, I was using the fan brush, and it wasn't looking right to me. But it's about this time that I decided, I'm going to take a break from this. The paint's not going the way I want it to, and I'm just going to step back and take a look and try and form in my mind, how am I going to make this the way I want it to, the way I want it to look. So, yeah, it's about this time that I decided to take a break at that. And then when you came back, you see the painting looks a little different here. Off camera, I took my knife and I just scraped all that paint off and decided I was going to redo it. So here I'm using a blender brush, a little small blender brush, and with the dark color green, and I'm just tapping in the little brushes and foliage that will be on that slope there. And I'm trying to keep to the angle that it was, that slope angle, and to give that that natural look. So now you can't see unless you want to zoom in on your thing, but I've got, using that same green paint, I'm painting in some saguaro cactuses. Yeah. Boy, it is early here while I'm recording this, but I'm just so glad I don't get paid to do this or paid to paint. So each one of these little cactuses I'm doing off in the distance a different size to give the appearance of depth. And then again, I get the 2-inch brush out and I go into my dark green color and lay in a base level. This will be what would be out in the desert out there in the Southwest. My goal is to make that a like they call them cholla cactus. And then I just wanted to put in, I thought what was going to be like a little path area where you could walk down. But that eventually gets just blended right out. But I'm trying to also to give some rock texture to that slope there. So it's just not plain brown or tan in this color, and in this case. So adding more of those rocks that will eventually be taken care of, and then I want to take care of this under area where underneath where the chollas are supposed to be. And just blended that out with that same blender brush, and then added some more green color there. Now, first I started with this little flat brush to put in these the trunks to the cholla cactus, but I really wasn't getting the results I really wanted with that blender brush. So then I switched over to the knife, and I was able to actually get the results I wanted. If you happen to stumble across this video and you like it, then go ahead and do that whole thumbs up thing. And if you don't like it, then, well, you probably haven't made it this far. But if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know, and I can surely put more videos like this together. If you like the voiceover, or if you want music, or you just want to see me paint live, let me know, and we might be able to make some of that other stuff happen. Whatever you guys want to watch. So I was using the 2-inch brush there to just to kind of like blend things together a little bit. And I'm adding some highlights to the different rocks that are around, trying to bring them off or not so they look so flat on the canvas. So it's at this point that I decide that, hey, I'm going to be a little adventurous, and I want to just put a big old saguaro cactus right there. And let's go ahead and, so this is just framing him in, taking the paint off underneath and a little dark paint there. And so you see I'm using the knife there to cut him out of there's just so much paint on there. I just had to cut or get rid of all that paint to cut his frame out. And it was at this point that I decided I was going to take another break after getting the original color blocked in for the saguaro, because, well, I just needed a break. So the color I blocked in on the saguaro, I used a knife to put it in, and then I used a blender brush to blend it out into the shape there. Now, the astute among you will notice that there are some different things in the painting. That's because I worked on the painting a little bit off camera again. In this, right now with the saguaro cactus, I am adding in highlights, because if you've ever seen a real saguaro in the wild where they roam freely, you'll notice that they're accordion shaped, so they're not just like a flat like a tree, round tree. They're accordion shaped. What that does is when it rains there in the desert, they will actually swell and those accordions will expand out. And when there's long periods of rain, they'll actually attract, and those accordions or those little V-shaped accordions will actually compress back in, and they'll be more pronounced. So right now I'm just adding some just straight green color to create that accordion shape. And then on the back side, I'm using a little, what the manufacturer of the paint calls it King Blue. It's a light blue color. Just using that straight out of the tube to create some shadow areas on the back side of the cactus. And it was at this point that just decided that this isn't my best piece, but I needed something to push that cactus back into the background. So I just took some I mixed up some dark green color, and it's mostly blue or ultramarine, and a little bit of yellow, and made that green color. And then I came back and use just different, some more yellow and some red color, and yellow and orange to tap in the foliage there. And then I did the same thing to the cholla area over there, and did a little front there. And I was about done with this painting, and as I was adding some more little green highlights here and there for little grasses growing out in the area. So this would be a springtime scene where we just gotten a really good rain, and like I said, it's just deciding to finish it up. So went ahead and signed my name to it. Right now I'm just mixing some of that pink color and with some medium, and just get really nice. What you do is get that to stick to the thick paint. You got to use a thin paint. It's one of the rules is thin sticks to the thick. So just thinning out some paint there to put my name down there on the bottom. And at this point, I just figured to call this a finished painting. Once again, if you like this style where I just talk over the video, and you want to see more of it, or if you want me not to talk and just play music, or if you'd like me to do this live, I can set up a Twitch channel and do this live production. But just let me know in the comments, and with that, I'll just leave you with a finished picture.